Hola, I am going to show you a little bit about, hopefully I'll be able to answer the questions that you were sending in the email yesterday, but I figured an email would be hard to explain a couple things, so that's why I decided to just make you a video. So this is the homepage for Spanish 1, and when you go to modules, you are going to find the one that you're currently working on. So it looks like you were working on the first one, Lección Preliminar, which just means like the intro unit. And there are two different links that you can click on. So it's really important to know the difference. The blue links that show you page numbers are the ones that take you to the lesson. So that's where you get your notes. That's where you get your assignment information. The lesson itself is like, what is the teacher what information is the teacher giving you? So again, that's the blue. When you see the bold black font, this is an assignment that you need to complete. Anytime you see bold black font, that's what we're doing. We're completing it. All right. So again, blue is just our lesson. Black is the things that we need to either submit, like the alphabet assignment or the date assignment or the vocabulary and grammar project. So you were asking me, is this something I'm supposed to submit because it says submit next to it? Yes. So you already know what happens when you click on this. That's the image you were showing me in the email where it has submit assignment next to it. How do I find that assignment? It's always in the blue link before the black link. So 7 and 8 is what we're working on. And we always have to open it up in a new window. So the link takes us to, like I said, it's our lesson for the day. So on this particular day, based on how your calendar looks, so I've got to figure out, okay, what are my deadlines, or how, what am I doing today? So if you had to submit the vocabulary and grammar project, you need to go to the page before it. So 7 and 8 right here is what it was telling us to click on. Sorry if you hear my cat purring. We have a brand new kitten, and I think she's pretty loud. So 7 and 8 was practicing numbers here, and then there's a practice, and then I click on the next page. I work through page 8. It's taking a little bit of time to load. I apologize. All right, hold on. Sorry about this. Okay, so here is our date practice. Here's the assignment. And then we keep working through 7 and 8. We're done with 8. We did the assignment. The computer is very slow this morning. I apologize for that delay. But so the blue links are the ones that take us to this content, like I said. And here's some practice that I do. Go to the next page. So you are responsible for going through all of these notes and doing all of the practice assignments. This page, on page 10, we're learning about telling time in Spanish. And this stuff that's loading, they're all practices that just take a minute to load up, and then you can actually do the practice and submit your answers and see how you do. So it's like a practice quiz or a practice test. I recommend doing those before you do your grammar quizzes. These are practices for question words like who, what, when, where, why, and how. We learn it, and the term for those is interrogatives. The interrogatives are our who, what, when, where, why, and how. So after I take all of those notes, I learn about question words, I learn about telling time, I learn about the date, I learn about numbers in Spanish. This on page 12 is how to use the phrase I like, or how to say that in Spanish. How do I communicate that? Me gusta, me gustan. You like, te gusta. Again, here's a great practice. There's 8 questions for you to practice with, which is great because, again, it prepares you for the grammar quiz or the test in the chapter. So I've taken all of these grammar notes so far. And I'm doing all of these grammar practices. So that is going to get me ready to complete the vocabulary and grammar project. Here's a speaking assignment on that you're going to be completing. And hold on 1 second. Let me just scroll down to make sure. So this is just a speaking practice. I apologize for that. You're going to read what she says and answer the questions that follow. So here is the sentence that you're reading, and then you're going to answer 4 questions based on what you just read, and you want to say that out loud, practicing it out loud. Then it tells you, okay, now it's time to take the vocabulary quiz, and then it tells you, now it's time to do the vocabulary and grammar project. So that's when I would go back to my lesson after I've done my grammar notes. After I've learned about all of the different concepts of grammar, I would be ready to take my quiz, and then I would also be ready to complete my project. My quiz just says be sure to review your vocabulary terms found on the first page and throughout the module. When you're ready, take the quiz. Okay, so then I would click on taking the quiz. After I finish that, it tells me now it's time to do the vocabulary and grammar project. You're going to create a dialogue of your own between yourself and a pretend host mother from a Spanish-speaking country. Get as creative as you want, keep it simple. You have to include 6 to 8 sentences using vocabulary from the unit. You want to have it grammatically correct, so that means using me gusta correctly, using the time correctly if you use time, using the date correctly since we learned about the date. So make it correct. Don't just throw words out, make it correct. And then record your sentences. There's so many different options, and that's the email that you sent. You can submit the audio through there, or you can embed it right into your PowerPoint, whatever is easiest for you. And then the example is actually in your announcements page. But when you're done creating that, you're going to submit it here by clicking on the link and then submit your project. If you have a PowerPoint, but then you also recorded audio, so let's say you have 2 different files, you can upload 2 different files. And then in the comment area, you can say, this is what I'm proud of. So here's your file upload if you want to just submit a PowerPoint. If you end up having to record the media, you would just click on the record button, and you would use the camera or microphone. Here I am. And then you would start recording. And then if you want to just use the microphone, you can do that. You can turn off the webcam if you want to. Or some students, they just put their finger over and record if they don't want to be seen, which is okay with me. Here's the cat that's very loud. And so that when you're done, you would just upload it. And I don't want to do that and cause a problem. So anyways, this is how I submit my project. When I'm done with that, I would go to the next page because I'm already done, and then it would tell me what to do next. So, okay, now we're completing these pages. When you're done, click on next. So that's how you work through the module. I know this is a very long explanation, and I hope that you get a little bit of clarity on where you're supposed to be doing your things. And when you're done with the whole module, it will send you to take the test. And then you can begin when you're ready. Thank you so much for paying attention all the way to the end, and let me know if you have any questions.